In the Western dating world, older men often find themselves at a disadvantage. Many Western societies prioritize youth, casual dating, and egalitarian relationships, making it difficult for men over 40 or 50 to find meaningful companionship. Dating apps tend to favor younger individuals, and cultural shifts have led to fewer women seeking traditional relationships with older partners. However, in Ukraine, the situation is quite different. Maturity, stability, and life experience are highly valued in a partner. Ukrainian women, influenced by strong family values and economic realities, often seek relationships that offer security and commitment, qualities that older Western men are more likely to provide. This phenomenon has led to an increasing number of men traveling to Ukraine in search of companionship, love, or even a new life altogether. But why is Ukraine such a hot spot for older men looking for relationships? And is it really as easy as it seems? Why Ukraine values older men. The respect for older men in Ukraine is deeply rooted in cultural traditions, family structures, and historical experiences. Throughout history, Ukrainian society has been shaped by strong patriarchal values, where men were expected to be protectors and providers. This societal framework has continued to influence relationships and family dynamics even in modern times. Ukrainian families often maintain close-knit relationships, with older men playing a significant role in guiding younger generations. Fathers and grandfathers are seen as sources of wisdom, offering advice on marriage, career, and financial stability. Unlike in some Western cultures where younger generations become more independent at an early age, many Ukrainian families continue to look to their elders for support and decision-making. Ukraine's turbulent history, including Soviet rule, wars, and economic hardships, has placed a strong emphasis on male leadership within families. Men were traditionally expected to be the primary breadwinners, ensuring their family's survival through difficult times. This has contributed to the perception that older men, having overcome life's challenges, are wiser and more capable of providing for a partner and family. The influence of Orthodox Christianity in Ukraine has reinforced traditional family roles. The church promotes strong, stable marriages where the man is the head of the household. While modern Ukrainian society is evolving, these values still hold strong in many regions, making older men more desirable partners for women seeking reliability and commitment. Ukraine vs. Western dating culture. One of the key distinctions between Ukrainian and Western dating cultures is the role of traditional gender expectations. Ukrainian relationships tend to be more traditional, with clear distinctions in gender roles. Men are generally expected to be providers and protectors, while women are often seen as caregivers and homemakers. This societal structure naturally positions older men, who are typically more financially and emotionally stable, as desirable partners. In contrast, many Western dating dynamics have shifted towards more egalitarian relationships, where both partners contribute equally in all aspects, including finances. However, in Ukraine, the emphasis on a man's ability to provide remains strong. This cultural expectation makes older men, particularly those who have established themselves professionally and financially, appealing in the eyes of many Ukrainian women. Moreover, the country's historical and cultural background plays a role in shaping these attitudes. Throughout Ukraine's history, strong male figures, whether as fathers, leaders, or protectors, have been central to the survival and success of families and communities. This reverence for male leadership naturally extends to romantic relationships, where older men are often seen as more capable of providing the necessary stability and guidance. But before we uncover more details, hit the subscribe button and unravel how older men are the kings in Ukraine. On the other hand, economic instability in Ukraine has significantly shaped relationship dynamics, particularly in how women select their partners. The country has faced multiple financial crises, currency devaluations, and political instability, making financial security a priority for many Ukrainians. With wages often failing to keep up with inflation and economic growth being inconsistent, the ability to provide stability becomes a defining factor in relationships. One of the biggest challenges in Ukraine's economy is the wage gap between men and women. While many Ukrainian women are highly educated, career opportunities remain limited, especially outside major cities like Kyiv, Lviv, and Odessa. Many jobs offer low salaries and opportunities for career growth can be uncertain. As a result, financial independence is often difficult to achieve, leading many women to seek financially stable partners who can provide a more secure future. Additionally, Ukraine has a high rate of labor migration, with many men leaving the country to work abroad, particularly in Poland, Germany, and other EU nations. This has contributed to a gender imbalance, making it more challenging for Ukrainian women to find stable, committed local partners. Some Ukrainian men also struggle with financial instability, making long-term commitment and family support difficult. Beyond financial factors, lifestyle aspirations also play a significant role in why some Ukrainian women seek relationships with Western men. Many desire a higher quality of life, access to better health care, and opportunities for their future children. While love and compatibility remain essential, financial security and long-term stability strongly influence relationship decisions in Ukraine's current economic climate. Why Western men are highly valued in Ukraine? Western men are often perceived as more responsible and family-oriented compared to their Ukrainian counterparts. However, the appeal of Western men in Ukraine isn't just about money. It's also about stability, respect, and commitment. Many Ukrainian women view Western men as better long-term partners due to key differences in relationship dynamics, cultural attitudes, and social expectations. One of the biggest reasons Ukrainian women seek relationships with Western men is the level of stability they offer. In Ukraine, financial and political instability has shaped the way women approach relationships. Many are looking for a partner who can provide a secure, predictable future, something that Western men, with their established careers and stable incomes, often bring to the table. However, financial stability is only part of the equation. Western men are generally seen as more emotionally stable and committed to long-term relationships. Ukrainian women often mention that Western men are more willing to invest time and effort into a partnership, which contrasts with local dating dynamics where some Ukrainian men may be less inclined towards serious commitment. Many Ukrainian women prefer Western men because of the stark differences in relationship dynamics compared to local men. In Ukraine, traditional gender roles are deeply ingrained, and relationships often operate on a hierarchy where men expect to take control while women are expected to be submissive. While some women appreciate this traditional approach, others find it limiting and seek more balance and mutual respect in their relationships. Western men, in contrast, tend to view relationships as partnerships. They are more likely to treat women as equals, respect their opinions, and engage in open communication. This modern approach is appealing to many Ukrainian women, especially those who have career ambitions or value independence within a committed relationship. For many Ukrainian women, the opportunity to build a future that includes international exposure is a significant attraction. This doesn't necessarily mean that all Ukrainian women want to leave their country, but many are drawn to the idea of a relationship that offers a broader world perspective. A relationship with a Western man often means better access to global opportunities, whether it's travel, education, or healthcare. Many Ukrainian women see Western men as a gateway to a higher quality of life, not just in terms of financial security, but also in terms of personal growth and global exposure. Western men also tend to approach dating with more romance and respect. While Ukrainian men can be passionate and charming, some cultural tendencies lean towards possessiveness and dominance. Ukrainian women often say that Western men make them feel more valued and appreciated by prioritizing emotional connection, treating them with kindness, and being more openly affectionate. Pros and cons of dating an older Western man. Many Ukrainian women actively seek older men due to their perceived stability and maturity. Younger Ukrainian men often face financial difficulties, career instability, or a reluctance to settle down, making older Western men more appealing as partners. In Western countries, dating competition can be intense, particularly for older men. In contrast, Ukraine presents an environment where older men are often at an advantage. There is a significant number of women who are open to dating older men, meaning the dating pool is much larger for Western men looking for serious relationships. For older Western men who are serious about finding a lifelong partner, Ukraine offers a dating culture that aligns well with those goals. Women are less likely to engage in hookup culture or casual dating, and they often prioritize finding a stable and devoted partner. While the traditional nature of Ukrainian relationships can be a pro, it can also be a challenge for some Western men. The expectation for men to be the primary provider can be difficult for those accustomed to more egalitarian relationships. Additionally, Ukrainian families tend to be highly involved in their children's relationships, which can sometimes create external pressures. While younger Ukrainians in major cities like Kyiv, Lviv, and Odessa may have some knowledge of English, fluency is not common outside these urban areas. Many Ukrainian women do not speak English well, which can make communication difficult, especially in more rural regions. There is a common perception that Western men are wealthy, which can sometimes attract women who are more interested in financial gain than in a genuine relationship. While many Ukrainian women are sincerely looking for love, some may see dating a Western man as an opportunity for financial security. Opportunities for companionship. One of the biggest reasons Ukraine is a hotspot for older Western men is the sheer variety of companionship opportunities available. Whether you're looking for a long-term committed relationship, casual dating, or even meaningful friendships, Ukraine offers an array of possibilities. The combination of traditional relationship values, economic factors, and a generally positive perception of Western men creates a unique and welcoming dating environment. Unlike the casual dating culture that is common in many Western countries, Ukraine has a strong tradition of marriage-oriented relationships. Many Ukrainian women view dating as a pathway to marriage rather than just a source of entertainment or temporary companionship. For older Western men who are serious about finding a lifelong partner, Ukraine offers an ideal dating culture. Many women in Ukraine actively seek older men due to their perceived stability, maturity, and reliability. These qualities align with the traditional expectations that many Ukrainian women have for a husband. Why Ukrainian women prefer long-term relationships. Many Ukrainian women prefer partners who can offer financial and emotional stability. Older men, particularly those from the West, often meet these criteria better than younger, less established men. Ukrainian culture places great emphasis on family, and many women are raised with the expectation that they will marry and start a family at a young age. Some Ukrainian women feel that local men are not as serious about relationships or as family-oriented as Western men. High divorce rates, infidelity, and alcohol-related issues contribute to this perception. While love is a major factor, some women also see relationships with Western men as an opportunity for a better quality of life, access to better education, and a more secure future for their future children. Sites like Ukraine Date, Elena's Models, and Dream Singles cater specifically to men looking for serious relationships with Ukrainian women. Reputable matchmaking services help men connect with women who are genuinely interested in long-term relationships and marriage. Many foreign men living in Ukraine have successfully met their wives through expat networking events and international communities. Attending cultural events, language exchanges, and social gatherings is a great way to meet women in a natural setting. While Ukraine is largely a marriage-oriented culture, that doesn't mean every relationship needs to be serious or lead to marriage. Many Ukrainian women, especially in larger cities like Kyiv, Lviv, and Odessa, are open to casual dating, friendships, and even cross-cultural exchanges without the immediate pressure of long-term commitment. For Western men who want companionship but are not ready for marriage, there are plenty of opportunities to meet women who are simply looking for enjoyable company, intellectual conversations, or casual romance. Over the past decade, Ukraine has seen a shift in dating culture, particularly among younger women in urban areas. More women are open to dating for fun, exploring international relationships, and getting to know foreign men without an immediate focus on marriage. However, even in casual dating scenarios, Ukrainian women generally expect men to be respectful, sincere, and direct about their intentions. Unlike in the West, where ambiguous or situationships are common, Ukrainian women often appreciate clarity in relationships. Where to meet women for casual dating. While not as marriage-focused as traditional matchmaking platforms, dating apps such as Tinder and Badoo are widely used in Ukraine. They attract a mix of women looking for serious relationships and those open to casual dating. Many Ukrainian women use platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Telegram to connect with foreigners who share their interests. Language exchange groups and travel communities are also good places to meet open-minded women. Ukraine has a strong cafe and nightlife culture. Striking up a conversation in a trendy coffee shop or social bar can lead to interesting encounters and new friendships. Women who are curious about international cultures often attend events designed for foreigners and expats. This is an excellent way to meet women who are genuinely interested in dating Western men. Beyond dating, one of the biggest benefits of living or traveling in Ukraine as an older Western man is the opportunity to form strong social connections. Making friends with locals, fellow expats, and business professionals can enrich your experience and make your stay in Ukraine more enjoyable. Social networking is an excellent way to meet Ukrainian women in a more organic and natural setting. Many women prefer getting to know men through mutual acquaintances rather than online dating or random encounters. Kyiv, Lviv, and Odessa have thriving expat communities that host meetups, business networking events, and cultural gatherings. Many Ukrainian women are interested in improving their English and are open to meeting native speakers. These groups provide a relaxed environment to connect. Whether it's hiking groups, art classes, or dance workshops, joining local activities is a great way to integrate into the culture while meeting interesting people. If you are working or investing in Ukraine, business networking events can introduce you to educated, career-oriented women who are open to dating foreigners. One of the biggest mistakes Western men make when dating in Ukraine is assuming that Ukrainian women will fully adapt to their way of life. Successful relationships require cultural sensitivity and a willingness to embrace local traditions. Events like Women's Day, Orthodox Christmas, and family gatherings are significant in Ukraine. Acknowledging these traditions shows respect for the culture. Many Ukrainian women have strong family ties, and parental approval is often important in serious relationships. Even learning basic Ukrainian or Russian phrases can make a strong impression and show genuine interest in the culture. While financial stability is attractive, Ukrainian women do not want to feel like they are in a purely transactional relationship. It's reasonable to pay for dates and gifts, but excessive spending early on can lead to dependency or misunderstandings. If you're ready to navigate the Ukrainian dating scene with confidence, download my free guide link in the description. How and where to meet Ukrainian women. Online dating is one of the most popular ways to meet Ukrainian women, especially for Western men who are not in Ukraine yet. However, each platform has its advantages and challenges. Tinder and Badoo are dating apps that are widely used in Ukraine, but they cater more to casual dating and local connections. While Tinder has a large user base, it may not always attract women looking for long-term relationships. Many Ukrainian women use social media to connect with foreigners, particularly those interested in travel, culture, and language exchange. Meeting Ukrainian women in person is often the most authentic way to form relationships. Many Ukrainian women prefer meeting men in natural social settings rather than online. Some great places to meet women include: many Ukrainian women want to improve their English, making language meetups a great place to meet educated and open-minded women. Expat business circles and networking events attract career-oriented women interested in international culture. Ukraine has a strong cafe culture, and many women are open to friendly conversations in public spaces. Certain behaviors that might seem unusual to Western men are common in Ukraine. Understanding these differences can prevent misunderstandings. Ukrainian women tend to be straightforward about what they want in a relationship. Many women see dating as a path to marriage, rather than casual fun. It's normal for a Ukrainian woman to consult her family about relationship decisions. By being aware of these cultural nuances, Western men can navigate Ukrainian dating culture with greater ease and confidence. Living as an older Western man in Ukraine. Western men in Ukraine generally enjoy a favorable reputation, especially among women who value stability and maturity. Many Ukrainian women see foreign men as more romantic, respectful, and reliable compared to their local counterparts. This perception, combined with the country's traditional values, makes older Western men particularly attractive. However, this admiration does not always extend across all social groups. Some Ukrainian men may view Westerners as competition, especially when it comes to dating. Additionally, some locals may assume that Western men are wealthy, which can lead to different social expectations, both in friendships and romantic relationships. Short-term visits versus long-term integration. Visiting Ukraine for a short time is like stepping into a movie where everything feels thrilling. Affordable luxuries, attentive hospitality, and an air of exotic charm. Locals are curious about foreigners. Dating feels effortless, and the cost of living makes everything seem like a bargain. The culture, architecture, and nightlife create an intoxicating experience where you feel admired, welcomed, and almost invincible. But living in Ukraine long-term tells a different story. The VIP treatment fades, replaced by bureaucratic mazes, visa headaches, and cultural intricacies that don't always align with Western expectations. That charming cafe where you sipped coffee as a tourist now comes with a language barrier and occasional service that feels indifferent. Making deep, lasting friendships takes time, and the social landscape is more complex than it first appears. Short-term visits offer romance and excitement, but true integration demands patience, adaptability, and a willingness to embrace Ukraine beyond its surface-level appeal. One of the biggest advantages of living in Ukraine as a Western man is the cost of living. Compared to the US, Canada, or Western Europe, Ukraine is significantly more affordable. Rent, food, transportation, and entertainment can cost a fraction of what they do in Western countries. A comfortable apartment in Kyiv or Lviv can cost $500 to $1,000 per month, while in smaller cities, it's even cheaper. A meal at a decent restaurant costs around $5 to $15, making eating out affordable. Public transport is inexpensive, and taxis cost a fraction of Western rates. With a Western income, whether from retirement savings, remote work, or passive investments, many older men can live comfortably in Ukraine. If you found this information useful, subscribe for more insights. Challenges of moving to Ukraine. Relocating to Ukraine can be an exciting and rewarding experience, but it also comes with challenges that Western men should be prepared for. From bureaucratic hurdles to cultural adaptation, adjusting to life in Ukraine requires patience, flexibility, and an understanding of local norms. One of the first challenges expats face when moving to Ukraine is navigating the country's legal and residency requirements. Many Western nationals can stay visa-free for up to 90 days within 180 days. However, for those planning a long-term stay, securing the proper residency permit is essential. Temporary residency is available for work, marriage, or investment purposes and usually lasts for 1 year with the option for renewal. Whereas permanent residency is more difficult to obtain but offers greater stability and fewer renewal requirements. The application process can be complicated, requiring various documents, translations, and official approvals. It is highly recommended to work with a local immigration lawyer or consultant to navigate these legal requirements smoothly. Moving to a new country can be lonely, especially for older men who may not have an existing social network in Ukraine. While cities like Kyiv, Lviv, and Odessa have thriving expat communities, integrating into the local culture takes effort. Attending cultural events, hobby groups, and language exchanges can help in meeting both locals and fellow expats. Building friendships with locals not only helps with cultural adaptation, but also enriches the experience of living in Ukraine. Those who make an effort to integrate and build a network will find their transition much smoother and more enjoyable. While Ukraine is an affordable country for Western expats, it has notable economic and infrastructure challenges that may take time to adjust to. Public services and bureaucracy. Government services can be slow, and paperwork often requires multiple visits to offices. Healthcare system. While private healthcare is available, public hospitals and clinics may not meet Western standards. Many expats prefer to have international health insurance and visit private medical facilities. Transportation and roads. Public transport is cheap and efficient in major cities, but road conditions outside urban areas can be poor. Traffic rules are not always strictly followed, which may be surprising for newcomers. Despite these challenges, expats who take the time to understand the local systems and adapt will find Ukraine to be a welcoming and rewarding place to live. By preparing in advance and keeping an open mind, moving to Ukraine can be a fulfilling experience. Ukraine isn't just a destination, it's an opportunity. For older Western men seeking companionship, love, or a fresh start, this country offers something rare: admiration for maturity, a strong sense of tradition, and a dating culture that values stability and commitment. Here, experience isn't a drawback. But let's be real. Success in Ukraine isn't a fairy tale. It takes patience, cultural awareness, and the ability to navigate financial expectations and bureaucratic hurdles. The men who thrive here aren't just lucky. They're informed, adaptable, and respectful of local customs. If you come with an open heart and the right mindset, Ukraine can offer relationships that are deeper, more meaningful, and built to last. Ready to take the next step? Subscribe now for expert insights, dating strategies, and insider tips. In the world of international dating, knowledge isn't just power. It's the difference between frustration and finding something truly life-changing.